Welcome, everyone. We're very excited to see you all joining our UN Digital community event today. We are continuing the Digital Spotlight series, which is a format that we have initiated to highlight the great variety of program areas in which digital technologies and capacities make an impact. We started with digital health, and today's focus is UN peacekeeping. And for the next month, we will focus on gender equality. If you work in digital in a field that you think should be spotlighted next, you can let us know. Our contact is digital@un.org, and we will put the contact in the chat. Before we kick things off, this is just a quick reminder on the context of this community. We are part of the UN 2.0 initiative, which defines key priority areas, 6 of them. And they're all set out for a path towards a modernized UN system. You are here for digital, and we're very happy about that. The community is all about exploring digital programming across the UN and about connecting digital practitioners. There's knowledge communities that go along with each of the UN 2.0 areas. So we do encourage you to check them all out. Again, we'll put the link in the chat. For today's session, we will open up with a introduction to the strategy for the digital transformation of UN peacekeeping. And we are very honored to have Barbara Nienhuis, Director of the Digital Director of the team, the Digital Enablement team of DPPA-DPO, with us to present this really important work to you. And after that, we will open up into an expo format, which means that you will get to explore 4 projects in 4 different breakout rooms. And so to kick things off, I'm handing over to Barbara Nienhuis. Thank you very much for joining us, and over to you.
Thank you, Julia. I'm going to share my screen. I hope you can see it. Please, let's have a look. Can you confirm that you actually see it properly?
We can see. Great. Thank you.
All right, excellent, thank you. So it's really nice to be here today, and thank you so much for joining. And so my job is the easy bit, because I'm just doing the introduction, and you get to hang out in the expo rooms later with all the colleagues. As said, I'm Barbara Nienhuis, and I head up the Digital Enablement team charged with implementing this strategy. And I know that there's a mixed group of people, so just a very quick word about peacekeeping. And you know, at the moment there are 11 missions with almost 6,000 personnel deployed. And I think, you know, broad and narrow mandate, sometimes it's about monitoring a peace or ceasefire. Sometimes it's really a multi-dimensional mission, and you have peacekeeping mandates such as protection of civilians, which requires a completely different approach to peacekeeping itself. We sometimes are in small geographical areas, sometimes in very large geographical areas, sometimes in locations where there is limited infrastructure when it comes to ICT capacity, sometimes where there is a high internet penetration. So it spans the gamut. And obviously, I think some of you who may be following the news, sometimes we also operate in active conflict zones, as in you have seen in the DRC most recently, Eastern DRC. But you know, with that in mind, we still have to look at you know, like how do we improve what it is we do, and hence also the digital transformation piece. And it's really key for us, digital transformation, because it's achieving the member states' goals, also of the Pact of the Future, for the UN to be more agile, responsive, and resilient through improved digital and technology spaces. And that's really what we're about here. In today's world, we also, in terms of peacekeeping, need to evolve. It can't be business as usual, and we need to look at the digital and data expertise that we have, how we innovate, and also, you know, how we use tech to improve performance more generally in peacekeeping. So in this slide, it's basically, you know, like what is it that we are really trying to do in terms of evolving peacekeeping itself. And it's really about enabling interoperability, ensuring alignment, harnessing emerging technologies. You'll hear some of that today as well in the expos, promoting sustainability of what it is we do, and really thinking about the data-driven information requirements and how we can make decisions using that. And then, you know, thinking forward about what will peacekeeping look like? And there's been lots of discussion around that. So that's all part and parcel of what we're doing and what we're about. And the strategy itself is really centered on leveraging data, technology, and innovation to strengthen the safety and security of our personnel, the people we serve, and mandate implementation, improving that, as well as looking at how we do improve operational efficiency. I head up a small team that helps coordinate, drive some of it, oversee, but really about bringing people together. And we have a sort of an implementation framework centered around 3 pieces: governance and strategic management, which is really about, you know, like how do we ensure that we do some of the foundational work together? How do we make decisions together? I would throw the second piece in that as well, is like about our establishing our integrated data and ecosystem, which is also very much a foundational piece. And then the third piece is really about the transformation. It's really about sort of like, how do we transform our business processes in an innovative way, and so that we can evolve and advance what it is we do and how we do it. And obviously, you know, the strategy is very comprehensive. It includes things like principles, as in, you know, do no harm, having a human-centered approach, accessibility, etc. And, you know, you can find all of that online. I don't really want to spend, I want you to spend time on the expo. So I'm going to just kind of continue with my intro. And let me just continue. I think, you know, this second foundational piece on enhancing the data and digital ecosystem centers around people and culture, empowering our peacekeepers to leverage data, which is really about, you know, making sure our leadership understands what we're talking about, having capacities to exploit information and data as much as possible, doing that in a coherent and consistent way. So that's about the data governance. And then having the tools to do it, which is really the technology piece. And then, you know, we're not in this alone, we're in this together, whether that's internal to the UN or outside. So it's also very much about partnerships. So I think that's a really important piece. And that's also why we're here, right? It's about community. And then the third piece is about this transforming business processes. And we're looking at this through an innovation lens. And it's really about making the field, being field focused, being mandate focused, and using technology as an enabler. And we're doing this in 3 ways, and really about, you know, self-guided innovation, having curated resources to do that. Some of you may have seen some of these moments as well. It's about fostering an innovation culture and, you know, being able to share what we've learned, but also upskilling our staff, etc. And looking at more broadly, how do we develop solutions in a quick way? UN Reboot is one way, which is an accelerator, but we're really kind of thinking through how do we approach the challenges that we face. Now, I'm going to run through quickly because I want to make sure you have time. We are obviously not starting from scratch. We have existing solutions that can evolve, but we also need to look at new ones, right? And so here's a sampling that you see on, you know, that we're looking at. We're looking at how do we leverage technology for uniformed peacekeepers, whether that's evaluating how they're doing, or how the bases are, you know, how we can use technology to defend that, but also looking at how do we capture information such as forensics. You'll have an opportunity to engage more on the Enhancing Situational Awareness program, which is also using technology to enhance our situational awareness, addressing disinformation and hate speech, and that's really about enhancing our capabilities to monitor and analyze and respond to the dis and hate speech environments. And that's you'll get more chance to speak about it. And then obviously, Gen AI, it's like there are opportunities to really kind of use that and empower staff, but really amplify what it is we're doing and using the information that we have access to and advancing our mandates in that space. Now, very last bit, and like in 2025, we're really looking at, how can we improve the data side of things, looking at innovating and creating that capacity and that culture as well. I think it's really important that we are able to create the space to try out things, fail things, and move forward and learn, but also quickly try solutions, right? That's part of it, and just continue to iterate. And so that speaks also to this accelerating solution development piece. And then because we're 11 peacekeeping missions and a headquarters, it's also about mainstreaming digital transformation in the peacekeeping community. We're geographically dispersed. People have their day-to-day transformation is a change process that requires dedication and effort and time. That is also something that people next to their day-to-day don't necessarily have. So we need to make an effort to bring people along on the journey. If you're interested in collaborating or learning more, we have a brief survey. I think it's going to be put in the chat. If not now, maybe later. So please reach out. Any Q&A we can do at the end or asynchronously. And I think I am at my 10 minutes. And so I'm just going to stop sharing and having rushed through this brief intro. That's it. Over to the next bit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Barbara. I think this is a great start to introduce people to what the expo will bring. So let's get started with that now. All right, there we go. So for the expo, can you all see my screen, or are we still looking at
Q&A, Julia?
Sorry?
There's Q&A.
Yeah, so we're looking, I think, still at Barbara's slides. Let me try and reshare.
Okay. Now we see yours.
Okay, perfect. Right, again, thank you very much to Barbara. Let's get started with the expo. We will start with an overview of all 4 presented projects that you will get to pick 2 from. So you select a breakout room to explore one of the projects, and then we repeat the process in the second go. The 4 rooms will be clearly labeled for you to pick from. So they will be in the breakout room menu on the bottom of your Zoom screen. It should look something like this. It's pretty straightforward, but if you do struggle with finding this option, you can put your preferred breakout room in the chat and we can help you with that. In the breakout rooms, we'll have 5 minutes for the showcase. So this is when the presenter will showcase their project, and then 10 minutes of that are set out to be for exchange and comments. Since this is the first time that we're hosting the session with both UN and non-UN community members, this is just a brief reminder to keep your questions until the segment where the presenter opens up the floor for discussions. You can then use the raised hand function to ask questions. And since it's a mixed group, just please make sure that all questions are relevant to the presented content and experts. And with that, handing over to our speakers for the 30-second pitch of their project. And we're starting with Shehzad. Over to you.
Hi, folks. So this is not an AI training video or something. I want to take you guys through our journey of how we identified particular use cases for generative AI solutions, given the complexities and uniqueness of peacekeeping's business model. So I'll hope to see you there.
Awesome, thank you so much. And I'm handing over to Ben for the second one.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon. I'm Majid. I'm the program manager for the Situational Awareness Program in DPO. And the UniteAware platform is a partnership between DPO and OICT and the UN Operations and Crisis Center to roll out a sort of comprehensive situational awareness platform which integrates data sources from across peacekeeping environments and the wider data ecosystem to enhance decision making. And I'll be walking through the program and the solution today. Over.
Thank you so much. Handing over now to the team of MAIE, Naomi and Joseph.
Hi, thank you so much. My name is Joe. I am the data scientist in the Information Integrity Unit in DPO. And in this session, we'll be talking about peacekeeping's work on promoting information integrity, how we're addressing mis and disinformation and hate speech in peacekeeping settings, and particularly how we're using technology, in this case, the MAI platform, which is the monitoring analysis of the information environment platform, which is being developed and will be rolled out to missions to help them do this. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Joe. And for the final breakout room, David and Lisa for CPEAS.
Hi, I'm David, joined by Lisa. We're the developers of the CPAS platform, which is a solution designed to help bring all of the various data and analysis kind of collected by the different elements of the mission together to drive kind of both assessment of what's been done and drive database decision-making going forward.
Fantastic. So these are all your options. Thank you to our presenters. You should see the rooms opening up now on the bottom of your screen. You join them and then the presenters will kick off their session in the breakout room. We'll bring you back after 15 minutes and then we will get another pick. So have fun and see you in 15 minutes.